hybrid set is a combination of classic individuals and Russian volume fans. In this video, you're going to learn how to create hybrid set. To start practicing, you're going to need the following materials:
Husky tweezers, mini curved tweezers, medical tape, crystal for the glue, a round sponge, FABU drizzle adhesive, one mascara wand. We also will need eyelashes in 13mm C curl 0.12 and 16mm same curl C and 0.12 thickness or diameter. Pre-made 3D volume fans in 15mm C curl. First, pick up individual eyelashes 13mm C curl and set them on the table. Next, we're going to grab our glue. This is our old packaging, by the way. Make sure to shake it very well, and then we're going to put a little drop on a crystal. And here is a little tip for you. We're going to grab a piece of tape and secure the extensions on each side so they do not peel off the surface when we are working with them. So the first step is exactly the same as we did in our first video. Pick up the eyelashes from the lash strip, dip them in the glue correctly, and apply them on the edge of the practice sponge as close to each other as possible. For the next part of our exercise, we will need 15mm 3Ds C curl and also 16mm individuals. Make sure to set them on a table and prepare your workstation. Here's how you work with pre-made volume fans. Pick them up closer to the base, put them back on the line, and then pick them up closer to the tips. Here's what happens if you pick up the fans from the tip right away. They will break apart. Now listen up, everybody. This tip is very, very important. Make sure to grab the extension closer to the tip, not in the middle and not closer to the bottom, closer to the tip. Because when you place it on a practice sponge or on the natural eyelash, you want to have some wiggle room. And here's how we dip the extension in the glue. Pick it up closer to the tip and dip it right in the middle of the glue drop. If you dip the fan too much into the glue drop, it will pick up excessive amount of glue and leave the bubbles on the fan. We don't want that to happen. Excessive amount of glue will cure much longer and will cause lashes sticking together, which in turn can cause irritation and discomfort to your customer's eyes. It will also make your work to look messy and dirty, and we definitely don't want that to happen. Let's combine both of the tips together. You pick the eyelash from the bottom, put it back on the line, pick it up closer to the tip, and dip it right in the center of the glue drop. Now let's continue with the next part of this exercise. We're going to start right in the center of the sponge. Pick up the volume fan just as we learned, carefully. Dip it in the glue right in the middle of the drop and then apply on individual eyelash extension. Make sure to move from the middle to side and to the other side. That way the extensions will have time to cure and they won't stick together. Once you applied some volume fans on your sponge, we're going to switch to individuals. Isolate the eyelash right next to the volume fan that you applied before. Pick up 16mm individual eyelash extension and apply right next to the one with the volume fan. So the hybrid set is when we alternate one volume, one individual. one volume and one individual. So in this example, we started to apply eyelashes from the middle of the sponge, then switch to the side, then switch to the other side. Now we're switching to the individuals and applying them on each side of the volume fans. So once we applied individuals on each side of the volumes, we're going to switch back to the volume fans and apply them right next to the individuals. It might sound complicated, guys, but hybrid set is very simple. All you have to do is to make sure to alternate one volume, one individual, one volume, one individual. As you guys remember from the previous videos, we want to make sure to leave 1 mm gap between the edge of the sponge and the extension that we are applying, because the edge of the sponge represents customer's lash line or skin, and we don't want extension to ever touch customer's skin. If any eyelashes get stuck during the application process, make sure to separate them with your tweezers. Now let's look at the pattern we created so far. We have one classic, one volume, one classic, one volume, one classic, one volume. And that's what the hybrid set is. Continue lashing until you fill in all the eyelashes. Once you're done, pick up the brush and brush gently all the eyelashes that you just applied. Make sure that nothing is stuck and make sure they brush through very well. This is what your final result should look like. If you need more practice, please continue practicing. Let's compare all our work. First, we have our classic set, where we apply only individuals. Then we have our hybrid set, where we applied volumes and individuals alternating each other. We create 2 times more volume on the customer's eyelashes. And the last one, we have 3D Russian volume set. Look how full it is. It creates 3 times more volume.
The hybrid set creates 2 times more volume than the volume of a customer's natural eyelashes. The combination of 3D fans and classic individual eyelashes create a perfect balance of full yet natural look.